We're doing something very special today, and we're making vegan hashbrown casserole and baked beans.
They go so well together. I'm telling you, you just gotta try it.
Let's check it out. All right.
To get started on this hashbrown casserole, to get started, we're gonna turn our pan on. I'm gonna cut up these while we let that heat up. It's gonna take a minute. So first, we're gonna cut up a little celery. We're just gonna do the same procedure as the non-vegetarian vegan one, except I'm gonna make my cream of celery kind of from scratch. That's the main difference, and it's fresher. I think with this, I think the taste is a little less canned food taste. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I've done this with the non-vegan one like this before too, and it's really good too. But I don't know. I just want to do this, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, that's good enough. Let's cut up this onion. This is a large onion, pretty large white onion. Use whatever kind of onion you got, but I'd go for a pretty big size one. Because we're trying to recreate the cream of celery, which has onion in it. And you also need onion for the dish anyways, so try to get a bigger onion if you can. Alright, this is chopped up pretty well. And I say that all the time, that should just be a slogan. Don't have to be perfect. I apparently say that literally all the time. Alright. Let's put a little butter in our pan. A little bit of butter. This is Earth Balance buttery spread. It's like butter, but it's not butter. It's like butter. Can't do that accent. I don't know if you're supposed to cook with this kind. Usually I use the kind in the stick, but I've cooked with this too. You know, I don't know if it matters. It's all the same.
So you put that in?
As my fat.
Okay.
Instead of using olive oil or something. This isn't supposed to be healthy. This is unhealthy vegan food.
Oh, it's freaking healthy.
It's healthy, but it's not like rabbit food. While that does that, heats up. Maybe we'll just add a tiny bit of oil. I don't know how well that, I don't know how high of a smoke point it has. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in there.
To make
threw it all.
Fried turkeys. Oh, I should have been paying attention. Fried turkeys this Christmas. Probably not gonna happen on this channel.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw my onion and celery in here. May put a little too much onion. That's a huge onion, but whatever. It's healthy. Let's get a little salt in there to pull out some of that water. We're not trying to.
We're making our cream of celery. That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah, but I combine that step with the onion step kind of as well, like you do.
Okay.
So some salt. That salt will bring out some moisture. There we go. Now it's starting to. It's getting roaring hot over here now. I think our spoon rest is dirty. So I'm just going to use an onion skin.
What the crap?
I'm going to throw it away, so why not? I'm just going to put a little pepper in it right now since I thought about it. And let's get a couple cloves of garlic. I mean like 3 or 4. I'm just going to cut this up. I'm not going to use my press today.
Because I got this one kind of locked on focusing on what you're doing in
Okay. I'm going to throw this garlic in there. The onion and stuff's starting to get pretty good and cooked through. Put the garlic in. Let's stir that garlic in. This pan, like, it's either really hot or like kind of hot. All right, this is pretty good. You see it's translucent looking and the celery's got a pretty bright green. Let's go ahead and add our spices now. Half teaspoon of onion powder, half teaspoon of garlic powder, same amount of thyme. That might be a little too much. Cayenne, I'm going to use less than that. I'm just going to shake some of this in here. Like maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon or 1/4. Okay, that's good. And secret ingredient.
What is it?
Fresh rosemary. Because I don't like the dry rosemary. It gets stuck in your teeth.
Stuck everywhere.
And if you try to cut it up, you can kind of get around that, like on a cutting board or something. but it like goes everywhere and it's like a pain. So I'm gonna cut up a little bit of this. Rosemary and potatoes are like really good friends.
They totally cool dudes.
And stir that in. Oh yeah, you smell it now?
Not over here quite yet. No. Maybe a little. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got it there.
Stir that in a little bit. You see there's a decent amount of seasonings. I might have to put more in. I might double what I just put in there later after I taste it. But next step, add our vegetarian vegan sour cream. This brand's pretty good. They usually, yeah, this is the first one I've ever seen, the sour cream. This is the only brand that I've ever seen make it. But I've seen another one today. There's a few other people that make this, but this is the one I've seen like everywhere. Is this brand?
Always what you use.
Yeah. It's not really, it doesn't really taste like sour cream, I don't think so. But it has like a texture that's similar. So, but to get the sour part, I'm gonna add some vinegar too. Oh, scoop this up. Let's open the second one. I'm telling you, this is delicious. Oh yeah. I guess I can use one of those to put my spoon in now.
Yeah.
There we go. Maybe turn down the heat a little bit. It's gonna be kind of hard to get this in there, so once it heats up, it'll start to thin out a little bit. There you go. See, it's a little more pliable. Because when it's cold, it's really hard to mix. See, it's starting to looks like the other one kind of now, right? Maybe a little thicker and more creamier, but lots of pepper. Turn the heat up a little bit. You just want to basically warm this sour cream stuff through and like incorporate all the onions and celery. That's basically it. Salt. I don't think this stuff has a lot of salt in it. Oh, it bubbles a lot, so watch it. Actually, to fix that, I'm just going to put a little bit of water. Maybe, I don't know, that's like 1/6 of a cup or less, just like a splash. It'll keep it from doing this bubbly stuff like this. Because when it gets too thick, it's like if you cook tomatoes and like puree, like crushed tomatoes, and you cook most of the water out, it can like pop and splatter everywhere. That's what's happening with this right now. Because it's too thick. You want it to be a little thinner than that. There we go. That water won't incorporate it first, but just keep stirring it, and it will. Let's give it a little taste with my finger, because it's got enough salt. I can taste the seasonings. I might add a little bit more seasoning though. Oh God. Oh God. Calm down. Calm down. All right, we need to add more water. It's freaking out. Maybe get a bigger pot than I did, so it doesn't splatter everywhere. If you add too much water, it's okay. You can just simmer it for another minute or let it sit. It'll thicken up. There we go. I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning and then call it good. Do know about a half teaspoon of garlic powder. Maybe a quarter. Yeah, let's do a quarter. Same of onion powder. Thyme, about the same. And I want a little more rosemary flavor. Rosemary is awesome. So a little bit more rosemary. But you can totally leave out rosemary or use dried rosemary if you want. I just don't like dried rosemary. I have it, might as well use it. Hopefully we can grow some. Get some growing because it's like a shrub essentially. Okay, that's good. A little bit more pepper. And a little bit of vinegar. Maybe a teaspoon, half teaspoon of vinegar. I'm using apple cider today. Whatever kind you have. To punch up the acidity because that stuff isn't very sour. It's called sour cream, you know, it's gonna be a little sour, I think. Yeah, and that's good. Now just let it cool down. Then we can go on to the next part. Which is putting the potatoes in the pan, prepping the casserole, and throw it in the oven. We're gonna start the oven. This oven doesn't take very long. We're gonna do 350. All right. I got a bigger pan today than the one from the other day because I have slightly more potatoes and the since I made my own cream of celery soup, I got a little bit more of that than topping. So we're gonna get a bigger one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spray some oil all in this pan. There it goes. Or you could use, you know, you could do it with your hands with like vegetable oil, whatever you want, or butter, vegan butter, whatever you want. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I like the spray; it's easier.
Right
So
on, my dude.
then we're gonna dump frozen diced potato hash browns. This is 2 pounds, so it's gonna dump them straight in.
You like the cubes better than the strips ones?
I've never made them with the strips. This is how we've always had it. I think it's really good with this.
Yeah.
I think the strips, I don't know, it might fall apart or something. I don't know. Everyone has strips for hash browns. The one has cubed. Cube's different, I think. Apple. I think different.
There's no apples in this.
Dump all this on top of the potatoes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at all that.
Okay, all right. What are we doing?
I'm spreading this out. All right. I need about, I think I put a cup of chips. I don't know. I just get a bag of chips and I just crunch them up. You could do this in another bag so you don't get them all over your hands. But I like having salt all over my hands when I'm done. So just grab some chips. Wavy potato chips. You gotta be wavy. The non-wavy ones I think are kind of greasy. And just try to spread the chips all over. You're gonna need more than that. I don't know, it might be more than a cup. I don't ever measure this. We just do it by eye.
Do you have any you need a cup of sauce?
I just buy a bag of chips, like a decent sized bag of chips, not like a tiny snack size. That probably won't be enough. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna up the recipe to 2 cups. I have no idea. I mean, like if they're crushed, maybe a cup crushed of crushed chips. But I'm gonna grab, like loose chips, probably 2 cups.
All right.
Unbroken up loose chips. You want to cover just basically total top covering chips. I'm just exfoliating my hands. That's all.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough potato chips, I think. This is good. Now I'm gonna try. I've never had this brand of. You can put if you're vegetarian, put normal cheese on it. But I want to try this. So let's give it a try because I don't like Daya very much. Oh man, yeah, cheddar doesn't smell like that. I'm gonna try a little bit of it. That's definitely better than Daya.
You like it?
You want to try some? Try a little bit. It's not as like feedy tasting as some Daya is. It's got a little bit of that, but it's not as strong. I don't think.
Well, it didn't taste like cheese at all, really.
Kind of does. This is cheddar, so I'm gonna go ahead and spread this. You don't have to. You can use as little of this or as much as you want. Depends how. If this stuff is really strong, use a little. Don't use a
I'll
whole.
be interested to see if this melts because diet doesn't melt; it just globs.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to change it
I
too.
guess it does taste like. Now it tastes a little.
Kind of tastes like cheese.
Yeah, but it's more cheese consistency, I would say, than diet.
Yeah, I hope it melts. We'll see. All right, I use probably about almost half of this, so 4 ounces of this. This stuff is a little expensive, but
Yeah.
I think that looks pretty good. You could cover it with more. I don't want to overpower it though. Put it in the oven for 350 for about 30 minutes. We'll check on it in about 20 minutes and see. You just want to wait, look for it, see if it's bubbling. The inside's bubbling and the cheese is melted, and basically that means it's done. I put a little cookie sheet underneath it just in case it bubbles over. It won't burn on the bottom of our oven. So we'll come back and check in like 20 minutes. Okay. It's been about 35 or so minutes. You can leave this in here longer if you have to. You just don't want to burn the top is all. But you just want to look for some bubbling. You can hear it. And just look, and that's basically it. Once it's heated through, it's good to go. And that's it. It's going to be delicious. Stay tuned. All right. We're going to make our beans, baked beans, vegetarian style. Which they already are vegetarian if you use vegetarian baked beans as a starter.
Well, bam!
Well, normally people use the baked beans that have pork in them, but they make vegetarian ones, and if you can find them, they literally are the same. Like there's no difference. They taste exactly the same.
What's the other one? Bush's makes it too.
Bush's makes them too. Yeah, they're the same thing. They just don't put meat in them, so actually they should be cheaper, but they're not. But whatever. So let's go ahead and pour this in there. All that wonderful bean juice.
You need that stuff.
Oh yeah, that's appetizing.
Oh, dang.
I think this is an 8x8 glass dish. That's a 28-ounce can of baked beans. See how much is in there? You could probably put another can in here if you want. Maybe not 2 of those big ones, but like another small 14-ounce.
Okay.
You can do it, but it's like it can bubble over, so I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
Next things we need, you need a little bit of onion. We're basically taking these canned beans and making them like a million times better than they are out of the can, with a few ingredients in the microwave. Crazy.
It is crazy. It's crazy.
I don't know if I'll need this whole onion. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it all up because it's a small one. If I don't use it, I'll put it in a bag or something in the fridge. Use it for something else.
Nice snack. I just eat this raw onion.
Very healthy. All right, so go ahead and dump some of your onion in here. This is probably about half, a little over half of what I just cut up, that little bitty one. Just basically want a little bit of onion everywhere. You can cut it up finer if you want, doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and cut up the little bell pepper. I don't think we'll need this whole bell pepper, it's a pretty big one.
So, it's like episode number 4 or 6 of all the Japanologies. And so I started it, but it had all these cut audio duckouts and stuff in it, and you didn't even hear what was going on. So I went to Daily Motion and started it. You gotta watch it.
See, you want more bell pepper? You like a lot of bell pepper in yours, right?
Do whatever you want.
I mean, what do you think? It's pretty well mixed in there, though, right? I think we might have just a touch more onion while we're at it, too.
I mean, you can never have enough either. I don't care.
Well, I can.
More vegetables than beans.
That'd be kind of weird. I don't know about that. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. Let's mix that in pretty well. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna mix some more stuff in. That's good. All right. And now, gonna make this American. I'm gonna start a little bit of yellow mustard. Sounds weird, just do it. I don't know, just make like a little line like that. Another little line like that. It's probably like less than a teaspoon of mustard, maybe a little more. Mix that in. I think that's the one thing you don't want to put too much of is actually the mustard. It kind of overpowers it. The rest of the stuff you can kind of put a little extra of if you don't mind. Doesn't really matter. But mustard you can kind of get like, it just tastes like mustard. It's kind of weird. Okay, now we need brown sugar that's not hard as a rock. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. All right, there we go. Dump some brown sugar in here. I don't know how much this is because our thing is all stuck together. Say a couple tablespoons maybe. If you want it really sweet, put a lot. If you just want a little sweet, maybe like 1 tablespoon. You'll be able to tell how much you think you should put once you stir this in because it makes it turn a little darker. And you can actually smell it. If you get close to it, it'll smell really sweet. All right, it's good for that one. Secret ingredient, one of the key ingredients, Worcestershire sauce. You're like, oh, that's not vegetarian or vegan. This one is.
Oh, yeah.
This one's awesome.
Yeah.
It's actually thicker. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a wizard. Yeah. I like this one actually. It tastes the same as the normal non-vegan version of this stuff. I actually like this one a little more because it's thicker, so it doesn't water stuff down. You just need like maybe half a teaspoon of this. Maybe even less. That's enough. About half a teaspoon. You'll definitely be able to smell this thing in here. Once you put that in, you'll be able to smell the Worcestershire. Oh yeah, that smells good. Apparently, did you know the U.S. we're like the #1 buyer of Worcestershire sauce of users of the whole world. Like we use more than like any other country. I thought it was weird because it's an English condiment.
Yeah, it is.
We use way more than they do, though.
We buy a fish sauce.
Yep.
In Southeast Asia, right?
Yep, I think so. Now, and another crucial thing, a little Tabasco or hot sauce, whatever, like cayenne pepper sauce you want in here. We like using Tabasco, just a few squirts, drops. That's probably a lot of drops. It might be a little hot. If you're a little cautious about the heat, don't put very much. Oh, you can definitely smell the Tabasco now. I might have went a little heavy-handed today. All right, that's basically it. You could add more pepper, more onion if you want, more sugar if you think. That smells like it to me. I know the smell. It's hard to describe it, but the quantity you saw me put in there.
Describe the smell.
It's like sweet. It's got a little bell pepper smell, and like a little onion. and then like a little bit of hot sauce smell.
What about the mustard?
And the mustard, you got a little mustard twang in there, a little twang country guitar, and a little bit of brown sugar. It should smell a little sweet.
Steel guitar in there.
And then that's it. And then this is the best part of this recipe, actually. You can put this in the oven if you want. You can put it in the fridge, make it the next day. The best part of this is you can put it and cook it in the microwave. Like, put the whole thing in the microwave, put cook time, let's do 10 minutes, start. And like in 5 minutes, open it up, stir it, and then start it back up, and then it's essentially done at that point. Just watch and make sure it doesn't boil over. If it starts boiling like crazy, maybe turn it off. That time, it's done. Just stir it, take it out, you're ready to eat. That's it. This is a really easy side dish for anything, because it goes in the freaking microwave. Who knew you could? I didn't know. This is the first time I've ever cooked something like this in a microwave.
Slap it.
I'm gonna keep slapping.
Slap it.
How much is it gonna take you to get in this microwave today? It's been about 10 minutes on our beans in the microwave. I haven't stirred them yet. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to. I'm just gonna go ahead and take them out. As soon as they start bubbling up like crazy, basically all over, they're done. So get some mitts or something to take it out, because it'll be really hot probably in the microwave. So don't burn yourself. See, it's starting to get some that stuff on top, little skim film thing. That means they're done. Basically, you just want to boil them, bring them to a boil, and that's it.
Is it a hair?
I think it's a piece of an onion skin.
Oh. Today on Is It a Hair?
That's like every video. And then that's it.
All right, we're back in the lab doing a debrief on 2 delicious items. What do we got? We got
The vegetarian baked beans. They don't look super appetizing, but they are delicious.
They're going to be amazing. Don't worry.
You can't make beans look good. They're just beans.
Yeah.
But they taste amazing.
All right, and then we got our vegan Hashbrown Casserole, which that cheese does not melt, so just FYI.
First, I take out the towel.
We didn't even crack any cold ones today with the boys.
I just got water today.
Yeah, we don't have anything today. Oh my goodness.
Together they're so good.
Make the hash brown casserole like, this is so good because it's like fresh, I guess, because you added all the stuff. You made it. It was like a family recipe that we turned into vegan whenever we started eating vegan food. So then we got, where'd these come from? Did mom just make these? I don't know.
Yeah. It's just it's like spiced up canned baked beans, but like way better.
Yeah. But like, if you're going, like, this is the most American dish I think I can think of.
I don't know. This one's pretty American.
Yeah, you're right. It's got chips in it. Okay, so why did we choose this today? I don't know. I came down and you were like, let's do it. Let's make this.
No, last time I made this last week, the real one, you were like, oh, what am I gonna have? When am I gonna have the vegan one?
I didn't say that. You were like, I'm gonna make the vegan one. That's what you said.
I could hear it.
You totally just made that whole spiel up.
I could hear it in his voice.
Totally
and he was filming it. He was like, oh man, that looks good. Wish I had vegan one. I could hear it.
You chose it. Well, you chose it just because of that. You chose both. We did beans because we always eat beans with potato casserole. Like
they're like, you have to have both.
You can't just have one. You have to have both.
I had the one last week just by itself, just casserole.
Mm-hmm.
It's good, but like with beans, it's like next level. Because it's like sweet and savory. I don't know. This is sweet and this one's like really savory.
Mm-hmm.
So when you combine them, it's like awesome. It's real good.
It's like the best meal of all time.
Like these two things just by themselves. I don't even maybe a piece of cornbread. We
whatever
keep saying maybe a piece of cornbread all the time. We don't ever have cornbread.
What is the difficulty of these two dishes?
It's probably the easiest thing we have on the channel.
Yeah, anybody can make that.
This is like heating up, making a quesadilla in a pan.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually easier than that. So all you do is mix everything in here and put it in the microwave. That is a little more difficult.
So this is like mid-easy.
Well, we'll say it's easy because you only saute one thing. The rest of it is frozen. And then chips you buy out of the bag. You don't have to make that. The cheese you don't have to make. We'll say it's easy.
You know what I like?
This is super easy. This is like below the scale of easy.
Oh my god, it's got like rosemary and stuff.
Yeah, we put some more fresh herbs in it.
So good. But you know what I like is like I like how we have all these ratings on our meals.
But we don't put the one rating that everybody puts on anything, and that's always calories. Like, we don't even care. We don't even care what the calories are.
I gotta cultivate this mass.
I like that. It's like we have all these scale. Like, if you're gonna eat food on our channel, it's gonna have calories in it. It's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're not saying it's not gonna be healthy.
but other than that, I'd say that all of this is pretty good, except for like maybe the chips. But if you don't go eat another bag of chips right after this one, then you'll be fine.
I don't know. I really wouldn't change a lot with this. You could put different, like, non-vegan sour cream if you want to do vegetarian, you know, or put real cheese. You could do that.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, I would try to keep it how it is. I think it's really good how it is. You could add stuff to it, but substitution-wise, I don't think there's not a lot I would substitute in that one because it just goes it just goes really well. But there's not a lot of subs I would make these because there's not a lot of things in them in the first place, and like they go to how they go together and the way they're put together works really well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So make it how we have it.
You can
walk it how I talk it.
I mean,
walk it how I talk it.
If you want to leave out like stuff, that's different. You want to leave out some of the things, go ahead. But if you don't like it, that's on you. That ain't on me. If you like this video, go check out our other videos. We got all kinds of stuff. We got Mexican food, actually way too many Mexican Tex-Mex foods. We got some Chinese food. We got a couple Japanese recipes. We got some Vietnamese food. We got all kinds of stuff. Go check it out for more healthy vegan, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, meatitarian videos.
Meatitarian is what I'm calling it.
Whatever, you know, we got everything. We're all over. If you want us to make something, you can't
even find us because we're all over.
If you want us to make something specific, like something you like, or maybe we did something you didn't like in this video or other videos, let us know, and I'll try to rectify it. Or I'll call you out. I don't know.
You're going to be a rectifier?
I'm gonna one of the two.
Rectifier. The rectifier.
I'm going to challenge you to a throwdown. We're going to do YouTube throwdowns. We're going to submit a video. You submit a video back.
Remember reply videos they used to have on YouTube when it was fun?
Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
They got rid of that.
We do everything.
What do I do with my hands?
We don't know half the time. Our hands are here.
All right.
What are you like? You like, put your hands up, sir.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Check out this other episode. We got some cool stuff on there. You might be asking yourself, why is he wearing a hamburger? I don't know. I just felt like it today. Hamburger days. Coming up next.